Welcome to the When It Matters podcast, brought to you by Kirkwood Bank and Trust. This podcast provides in-depth interviews with business owners and banking experts about how to better your financial health and be prepared for the moments that matter. I'm Kara, loan officer with Kirkwood Bank and Trust, and today's guest is Jody Freeman, owner of Bridal and More in downtown Bismarck. Good morning, Jody. Thank you so much for joining us on the podcast this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Born and raised here in Bismarck. I went to high school here, of course, and moved out of state for a few years. Moved back here to go to college. I went to BSc and University of Mary. And, I have 3 children. They all are still in the state, and they all are going to school here. So it's a nice state to live in.
Mm-hmm. First, let's talk about Bridal and More. Can you tell me about your business?
We are a full-service bridal store, the only one in Bismarck. We have private bridal suites by appointment only, and that suite, we're the only place, I think, in the state that has a private suite. If you make that appointment, it's a 90-minute appointment, and we have a consultant that works just with you during that time. And you can bring 3 to 4 guests with you and have that really private experience where no one else in the store sees you because it's in a private room. We do bridesmaids, mom dresses, we rent tuxedos. We also do alterations, and we store your dress for you until your wedding day.
So one-stop shop.
One-stop shop,
That's
definitely.
Awesome. For brides, I know a big question. My sister with her recent engagement and quick scheduled the date in October, but the big question, how soon should she order the dress? How quickly would you recommend a bride order her dress, giving herself enough time to get the alterations and ordering and everything prior to the wedding date?
In a perfect bridal world, we say order your dress a year ahead. But they take 4 to 6 months to get here. So you don't necessarily have to order it a year ahead. But with all the things going on for a wedding, getting that off the plate is the best thing to do, I think. Because that a lot of times brides get their dress and then everything else kind of follows along with the style and that sort of thing. So if you can order it at least a month or a year ahead, that's the best. 9 months is good. At least shopping a year ahead, ordering about 9 months ahead. Like I said, it takes 3 to 6 months for a bridal gown to arrive when it's ordered. We like you to be in 3 months ahead for alterations.
Sure.
So then you come in for your final alteration a month ahead. So that last month you don't have to worry about your dress.
So a month ahead, final alterations, and then your fits like a glove and
Yep.
perfect.
You're done. You don't have to worry about it.
Now let's talk a little bit about the business side of things. So do you have any tips, I guess, that maybe helped your financial health or your business growth, tips that you'd like to share?
I guess one of the things that's been really important to me is to really analyze things before you do them. Mm-hmm. I know it's really fun to jump in and do something new or whatever, but anytime I've done anything ever with, that I have to spend a lot of money on, I've always let it sit for a year or more. Sometimes I don't even tell my family about it. It's still just brewing in my head, and I'm thinking all the different angles, because you have to kind of be always thinking, what's the worst case scenario? Mm-hmm. Because it's a lot, it's money. It's your money. It's your family's life. Your kids are going to go to college. You have to have money for that. So you got to make sure that you make smart financial decisions. And I know for me, when I first bought the business, I was renting a space. And it was a smaller space. I really couldn't do a lot of renovations without a significant cost to me. And then when you're renting a place, if you decide to move, you lose all of that. Mm-hmm. So to me, at that point, it was really important to look for a space and buy a place that I could, that's my own. Mm-hmm. So now I'm paying myself rent, which is, to me, it's a little more secure. I think it's really important to kind of look and be secure in what you're doing.
Make those educated moves.
Yeah. And to always be checking on, like, what is the market doing? Do I need to change and do this, or do I need to get a different kind of line in my store? Do I need to start offering shoes? Do I need to start offering mom dresses?
All right. So Bridal and More has been around for a while. You've been very successful. What are some moments over the course of your business ownership that have really mattered to you, brought you to where you are today?
Well, I know one moment that stands out in my head, actually a few, is, when you're trying to buy a business and you get frustrated. I mean, things come along that really frustrate you. And when I was looking at buying Bridal and More, there was a point where it was like, I'm not going to have the money to do this. I'm not going to be able to do this. There's nothing that's going to happen that it was so overwhelming to me. It was like buying a house. It was that pricey. And, I talked with my brother and my parents, and my brother, they were so behind me. And it's really important to have your family behind you. And same with when I bought the building, you see this huge number out there and you don't think you can reach it. And I think if you have that support of your family helping you along, it does make a big difference. And also charting out, it's like this is a huge number, but you don't have to pay all of that right away. If you have good credit and you can get a good loan, you have a good relationship with your bank and your family, if you're known for always paying your bills, people are going to give you money to help you out. And they're going to trust in you, and they're going to have probably more trust in you than you probably have in yourself sometimes, which is inspiring. So that's one of the things that I think has been good, is having my family behind me and helping me every way.
Yeah, always helpful to have that
Definitely.
support. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Jody, on the podcast. Where could people connect or learn more about your business?
115 North 4th Street is our address. They can call us at 701-223-9742. And our website is bridalandmorebismarck.com.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the When It Matters podcast. Subscribe for new episodes and connect with us online at Kirkwood Bank and Trust on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And for more information or to speak with one of our financial experts, visit kirkwoodbank.com. Kirkwood Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.